When I first held my baby boy, I thought my heart would explode from joy. He was perfect, soft skin, tiny hands and small red birthmark on his chest that looked exactly like his father's. I smiled and whispered, "Chris, my little miracle." A nurse came in, saying they needed to take him for a few quick checkups. I kissed his forehead not knowing it would be the last time I'd see him for years. Hours passed, no one brought him back. I asked, begged, screamed, but they just said the doctors were running some tests and I shouldn't worry. That night, my husband came into the room, shaking, tears were streaming down his face. He said that our baby couldn't make it, that he was gone forever. I couldn't breathe, I screamed until my voice broke. They wouldn't even let me see him. They said it was better that way. I believed him, I had to, because if I didn't, the pain would have killed me. Years went by, we tried to heal, we had 2 more children and life somehow moved forward. My husband changed too, he stopped gambling and worked harder. He became a better man, but sometimes, I'd catch him staring into nothing with eyes full of regret. I thought he was just missing our son. I never imagined the truth behind that look. One afternoon, my oldest son Mike brought home a new friend he knew from school. "Mom, this is Jemmy," he said proudly. Jemmy was polite and quiet. He was the kind of boy every mother hopes her child becomes friends with. He kept visiting, helping with homework, joining us for dinner, and little by little, he felt like one of us. He'd help me set the table, carry groceries, even fix small things around the house. Sometimes, I'd catch myself smiling just watching him laugh with my kids. Weeks passed, Jemmy started staying longer, sometimes even falling asleep on the couch after movie nights. He once told me that this house feels different and warm, that his house never felt like that. He didn't say more and I didn't push, but I saw sadness in his eyes. One rainy night, Jemmy showed up at our door shaking. He said he was sorry for coming this late. He just didn't know where else to go. He said he argued with his parents. They told him he wasn't their real son, that they only adopted him because they couldn't have kids back then, but now they had their own. He looked broken, so I told him that he can stay here as long as he wants. That night, I made him soup, gave him dry clothes. I left him to change his clothes. After a while I came back to check on him. There when I got the biggest shock of my life, I saw a small birthmark on his chest. Same shape, same place, exactly like my husband's, the one I saw on Chris when he was born. My heart stopped. I was standing there, speechless. Jemmy asked if there were anything wrong. I told him that I just came to check. Then I told him good night and went to sleep as if nothing happened. The next morning, I tried to stay calm. I asked him gently about his adoption. He said he didn't know much, just that it was a private adoption from a small hospital. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that birthmark, that same tiny red shape. My heart told me what my mind refused to believe. No, it's just a coincidence. My baby is gone, he's gone, but the thoughts kept haunting me. Days passed, but the image wouldn't leave me. I would find myself staring at Jemmy too long, memorizing his face, his smile, the curve of his jaw. It was madness and I knew it. One evening, I asked my husband about our son again. He frowned immediately like he always did when I brought it up. "Why do you keep doing this to yourself? Our son is gone, let him rest, let me rest." There was anger in my husband's voice. Something sharp and defensive, and that only made my heart beat faster. That night, I watched him sleep beside me, and for the first time in years, I didn't feel comfort, I felt fear. The more I tried to convince myself it was all in my head, the worse it got. I started waking up at night shaking, my mind replaying that first moment, the nurse, the tests, my husband's reaction. Then I asked myself, had I ever even seen my baby's body? No, they told me it was better that way and I believed them, but now I'm not sure what to believe anymore. A few days later, Jemmy came over again. He was helping my son fix a broken lamp. When he bent down to pick up a screw, the collar of his shirt slipped, and the mark peeked through again. I felt dizzy, my hands were trembling.